you rather have a rich man who cheats or a broke man that's faithful?
A rich man who cheats.
A rich man that cheat. Rich nigga that cheat all day, easy, with my eyes closed.
Your eyes gonna be closed. You're not gonna be looking.
Don't give a fuck. No other bitch. Don't worry about me.
Rich nigga that cheat. Broke nigga that's faithful. I got the bag.
Broke nigga that's faithful, baby. I can run it up.
A rich nigga that cheat. Because I'm probably gonna cheat too. I'm gonna get my get back. 9 times out of 10, if he cheating, I already know his cheating schedule, so I'm gonna cheat in between.
A cheating schedule?
Yeah, niggas got cheating schedules.
Oh, you gonna boss a broke nigga up?
Yeah, I feel like we can always change that.
Baby, just keep me put up. I don't give a fuck what you do.
If you got the bread, you feel me, like you can get me a bag and shit. I can still do what I want to do on the side.
Oh, you gonna do your thing too?
Yeah, because it's like, shit, if you like just buying me shit and like you fucking on other people, I'm gonna talk to who I want to talk to.
Be real to me. I don't give a fuck about the money. Be real to me. You can be broke. We can figure out how to make the money.
Who cheat better, men or women?
Women.
Thank you.
Y'all constantly keep proving that y'all can just be bought. Sold to the highest bidder. Whew. Good morning. What's up? How y'all doing? How you doing? JQ, how are you? I am great. Ooh, today's supposed to be an off day for me. But like I told y'all, I have a lot of catching up to do with my videos. So I got on up in here and got straight on that. I got straight on into it. I got a few more errands to run. I got to go to the gym. Got to edit. I got to wash a load, cook, go to sleep. Tomorrow I'm be busy too, y'all. So shit, y'all already know I'm be back in here. But we back in here for to get to some of these topics. Oh hell yeah, shit, let's go. Let's get straight into it.
That culture is toxic. Hey, let's get on the fact that there's no fathers
So
in
white
the black
culture
home. Let's
Stop. We all deserve a right to exist, and I shouldn't have to earn my right to exist. And that is what capitalism
What makes you think
does.
that you have to earn it? That's what I'm
That
saying.
is what
I
this
don't feel
nation
that
is.
way.
You do have to earn it.
You don't have to earn
Yes,
it.
you do.
We're
That
in
is why we are
America, Amanda.
criminalizing the poor. Well, here's
So
what
when
you
you-
all keep
no,
doing.
no, no,
You
just
keep
get-
interrupting me when I'm talking, and you don't want to hear the
But
point
the
that I'm
point
going to
you're-
make.
the point
And
that
yet
you're
you want me to respect your point. And that's not how a debate works. If I show you respect, give me the respect back. Ooh, I knew I was going to be surrounded by ignorance, but damn, let's go. My first claim is it is undeniable that reparations are just and necessary. My next claim is that black on black crime is a result of underinvestment and over-policing. My next claim is systemic racism isn't a theory. It's our lived reality backed by data and history. My final claim is black conservatism fails to meet the needs of the working class. Greetings. I am Amanda Seals, widely known as a comedian, an actress, a disruptor, an annoying person on the internet who always tells the truth. And I am now an artistic intellectual who commits myself to making art that educates. And today, I am surrounded by 20 black conservatives.
Shout out to Amanda Seals. Yeah, shout out to her. Amanda Seals grew on me, y'all. Like, she really, really grew on me over time. I think even I had her a little misunderstood at first. It's not that I didn't like her or I liked her. I knew of her. I just, I hadn't really done my research on her. This episode is on Jubilee, and it's called "Is Amanda Seals versus 20 Black Conservatives?" And it gave me a lot more insight into Amanda, as who she is as a activist for Black people. And I must say, I have a better understanding of who she is when it comes to being an activist for us Black people. If you all haven't watched this episode, go ahead, give this episode a look. It's really good. This was sent to me and someone asked me what I thought about this episode. Because they have more respect for Amanda now that they've seen it. I have a lot more respect for Amanda Seals as well. And particularly because of this episode. In our community, as Black people, a lot of trauma has been passed down, especially through our blood. I don't think people understand that. They think like, oh, well, you didn't go through this and you didn't go through this. So how would you know how this feels and how you know how that feels? A lot of stuff that's happened here in America at the hands of white people is really been passed down in our blood. It's like y'all beat it into our, it's like white people beat that into our blood to where it's meshed here in America. It's meshed in with your blood and your DNA some type of way. And it also passes, a lot of these things are systemically passed down to black people. A lot of things that I was ignorant about, I was educated on. I was able to hear the debate and go educate myself a lot more so that I can see the answers or I can have answers for myself. A lot of time, people like to point the finger at black people, and especially in our community. We're talking about conservative and a radical. A lot of times, black people like to point the fingers at each other. It's something that we learn from white people. We did. White people, the white rich people, showed the white poor people how to point the fingers at, to blame somebody for them being poor, to blame somebody for them not being able to get ahead, is to blame the black people. Blame the black people. Point the fingers at the black people. And so black people have inherited that over time, not even realizing it. And they point the fingers at each other for things that are happening in our country. Just like the middle class to the lower class, the white people. They've already taught them to point the fingers at the black. That's what they're doing. Black people is because of this. Black people because of DEI. Black people because, Charlie Kirk is dead because of black people. What? So I don't think even black people realize how we have inherited a lot of this stuff. We have inherited a lot of this stuff from white trauma. And so during this episode, I realized that black people are traumatized by other black people. Every time she got up there to speak, they were saying, but black people this, and black people that, and black people this, and black people do this. And Amanda had to constantly take reins of the narrative that they was trying to spew and say, wait a minute, this is not what it's about. And it allowed me to see that we are more blind than we think. The truth is right there. We were slaves. And to this day, we only are allowed to gain so much. They be like, oh no, in this country you can get this, you can get that, you can get this. If you go do research, for a lot of black people, yes, it's available, but it's limited. And they don't want you to be equal. They don't want you to have equal land privileges, equal rights. They say they do, but it shows in the actions. It shows in their actions. They don't want us to be equal like that. And so a lot of that is passed down. A lot of that, the violence, the division, the pointing the fingers, all of this stuff has been passed down, and now we're doing it to one another. It's very, 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 very sad to see. It's sad to see. I have a lot of compassion for black people. I do. Empathy. Because I understand I'm black. I understand. So a lot of black people do not understand. If we don't like white people so much, why would you do this to your own kind? And at a time, y'all, I think I realized it because I was one of those people when I was younger, in my 20s. I had been traumatized by a lot of things that black people had done to me. I grew up very diverse. diverse schooling and things like that. I was in magnet academies and things like that where there were diverse students. So I was already, as black people, we don't have to have that. Most black people do not have to have that talk with their children because America gonna teach you what it is to be black. But we do know what's going on. We do talk about what's going on out here. So I knew, I was raised to know about my family and slavery and inequality here in America and all kinds of stuff when it came to us as black and how we have been held down in this country, how we have been beat and torn apart and divided in this country. So then I go to school and I get to learn it, and these people are nice. They're nothing like I've been taught. Yes, I see some people around me doing others wrong, but it never personally happened to me. So the only hurt I had ever felt in life was from the hands of someone else black. So for a short amount of time, just a very short amount of time when I was young, I was one of these people who felt like that. Like, black people, don't be pointing the finger at white people when you are the ones who are doing the same thing to your own people. And it took me some time to realize why. See, a lot of us don't ask the question of why things are happening. Why? Why? That is a very good question. Why do you feel like that? Why are we in the predicament we are in? Why do we act the way we do act? Why do we respond to certain things that we respond? And a lot of people said they don't really want to know the why. All they know is that it came back at the hands of you. You don't care why it came at the hands of you. In their brain, it shouldn't, because of what we already have studied in school and been taught about the past, what we've lived through, certain things in the past that has taught us not to. So, as a black person, I was one of those people who were traumatized at the hands of other black people. And so for those in there, that's how they was coming at Amanda like, why? And Amanda constantly had answers for why this and why that. Even for me, she put her perception, and she put things in a way where we can go and look up the facts ourselves. We didn't have to necessarily take her word for it. These things are facts. And I hope those people from that debate go and educate themselves. They are Americans, black Americans who are American. A lot of American people like to sound like they're educated, but they're ignorant. Yes. Oh, yes. A lot of people that like to sound like they're educated, but they're very much ignorant. That's why a lot of stuff that I like that Amanda was saying, we didn't have to take her word for it. You can go look this up. It's right there. So a lot of black Americans are not going to read. They're not studying these things. They're not looking at the statistics. They're not looking at the studies and things that are done out here. They're not looking at the history. They're not educating themselves. They're going off their own personal feelings. They're not even realizing you sound like a lot of white people. Not even realizing. That's why a lot of black people call that cooning. We call that cooning. And we call it cooning for a reason. No matter how much, and I understand why some of those black people were, like one girl, she had lost her dad to the hands of a black man. Also, I think her brother, her cousin or someone, I could be wrong. one of those people lost their life to someone black. So for her, it's from a hurt place. Like, if you know white people are like this, why would you do this to your own people? Why? And Amanda had an answer for why. So if you all haven't looked up the episode, go look up that episode. It's a very, very good episode. Very educational video to go look at. It gives you an insight of different kinds of black people and how they actually feel. And you know, I feel like as black people, we should not support the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. That's something that Amanda is going to touch on, and another conservative is going to touch on in that episode. But I totally agree with Amanda. We should not be serving the Democrat or the Republican side because they do not serve black people. We are in the business of serving everyone. Those two parties, I don't know. It's so up and down. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. We need to create our own party or something like that. I don't know. But great episode. And shout out to you, Amanda Seals. I have a lot of respect for you, black woman, for what you have done. And continue to do the good works. Even when people ain't listening, you know, continue to do the good works because somebody out there is listening. It might not be a large group of people, but people like me, I like to be educated. I like to be informed. I like to, you know, I like to listen to other people's opinions and perception on things. So there is someone out here that is listening, and there's someone out here that information is going to help. I would like to thank you. All right, we're going to be moving right along.
Into the Smithsonian, he's effectively now has some random person deciding what is appropriate for the Smithsonian to teach in terms of American history, things that don't offend parts of the MAGA base, right? So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture to make sure it comports with Dear Leader and what the MAGA
Can we address some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that are being reviewed?
Slavery was a bad thing to talk about.
Okay.
Like,
he's not whitewashing slavery. So
he's not?
He's not. No.
Okay.
He's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that when you
anti-slavery,
let's talk about the fact that
slavery in America was.
do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans owned slaves?
But it was a system of white supremacy.
Do you realize that slavery is thousands of years old?
White people were
Do you know who in America was the first race to try to end slavery?
Wait a second.
Well, what's controversial?
I'm very surprised that you're trying to
exercise in historical revisionism.
I'm really surprised.
Do you realize that
Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery and
I'm
who
not.
was not.
What I'm trying to tell you is
in
that
the context of American history.
Okay.
In the context of American history, what are you saying is incorrect by saying that it was white people oppressing black people?
Every single thing is like, oh, no, this is all because white people bad. And that's just not the truth. Like, for example, every single exhibit, I have a list of every single one. Like, people migrated from Cuba because white people bad. Not because of past. Yes, no, it's in there. That's what I'm saying. You don't actually know what's in there. Do you know that when you walk in the front door,
what exactly?
the first thing you see is the gay flag?
Jillian, you have a lot of stuff in front of you.
Yeah, I do.
What
because
exactly
because here's the
are
thing.
you talking about?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, please.
There's one called Change Your Game, right? This has been an installation there. Is gender testing fair in sports? Does that, and then it goes on to talk about how it's complex to do gender testing in sports. It's not complex. It's basic science. That's untrue. It's XX chromosome, XY chromosome. That's sports. Is it fair to have biological men competing against biological women in sports? No. But why is this in the Smithsonian? So it's been completely captured.
First of all, I don't.
And it's totally partisan.
First of all, we don't have time to litigate all of this.
Of course we don't, because then you're going to lose the argument. And everything is racialized, just like you're trying to do to me now.
Excuse me.
It's like, I can't believe you're trying to suggest, that slavery
just to
is
be
a good
clear,
thing.
you brought up race.
No,
this was a conversation about the arts, and you brought up race.
It isn't.
You brought up,
but the whole point of this is that the issue
you brought up slavery. And you brought up the question of whether you brought up the question of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is yes. Slavery in the United States
don't
is
straw man
about
my argument
race.
because that's not what I said.
So what are you
She brought
talking
up
about?
slavery. And what I was talking about is that this isn't really about that. When you make every single exhibit about white imperialism when it isn't relevant at all, that is a problem. So when you're talking about Cubans leaving Cuba and you make it about white people bad, that's not accurate.
Can I just say something?
That's my point.
All right, we're going to move on.
I was saying on the arts thing, I think why this has gone in.
That was a lie. Julian Michaels, you gave me a headache right there. Like, real talk, real bad. Oh. I don't know what's going on with the ignorance today. First Amanda video and now this. Okay, it says Julian Michaels denies that Trump is trying to whitewash slavery after the White House orders a review of the Smithsonian's material to fit Trump's historical vision. Complains the museum currently teaches that just one race is responsible for American slavery. Less than 2% of white Americans were owned by slaves. Quote, Julian Michaels. So someone asked me what I think about this. The question was, what do you think about this? Do you think that we should keep this in the history books for educational purpose, or is this hindering our children moving forward? To answer the question, keep this in those history books. Why would you take it out? It happened. It's the truth. That's what history is about. Not taking it out. And I don't think they mean like complete history, but like I think out of the school books. No, it's a part of history. Y'all want to tell them about the founding fathers and all that stuff, but y'all want to leave out all the bad stuff that got us here. That's how we end up here. That's how we end up with people like what we just got done listening on Jubilee with Amanda. Those 20 conservatives. That's how we get people like them who are uneducated. Because they were never taught that. They don't see that. All they see is what's in their own community, not realizing it's the system. They designed it that way so that you don't see anything. You can only speak on what you've been through. And the only thing you've been through is it is the section of town they put you in. Because they knew. Raising the price on everything, not allowing your mama, your daddy to get certain jobs, putting your dad in jail, causing your mom to be a single mom. They knew that you would end up on the south side of town, where majority of the black people reside, and go in a circle. That is the system. So then you end up not even reading about slavery, not knowing about slavery, not knowing inequality, and then you get out here in the world and be like, these people aren't so bad. They haven't done anything to me. They accept me and da-da-da-da-da-da. Not realizing they're the reason why you were even in that predicament from the get-go to even feel that way. And they'll turn around and say, no, that's blame it on black. No. We are minority here. We are a minority here. No, do not take it out of the history books. Keep it. And it's wrong. And for her to say, oh, only less than 2% of white Americans own slaves. No. It doesn't matter. There was a time where there was more slaves coming into this country than there were white men. That should let you know something. There were more people being imported from Africa to come here as slaves across the Atlantic Ocean than there were white people. There were more black people being imported as slaves than there were white people coming into this country as free men. That passed all the way down through history for us gaining our rights, and then slavery just ending and gaining our rights. Y'all don't want us to have equality. See, they gotta know this stuff because see, there are a lot of white people in America that still operate from a racial standpoint. This is where race started at right here. This is where it started at right here. They need to know. So when they have questions of why are they being treated like this? Why do they feel this way? Why? They won't walk around here blaming other black people. Oh, they are educated through school already on why, how we end up here. Why are we here? Why do you feel like this? Why is that white person discriminating against you? That's why. No, don't take it out of the history books. It's part of history. It's part of history. And the only way for us not to repeat history is to constantly remind people of what we already went through so that we don't go through it again. Going through it again means we didn't pass the test first time. We already know how this is going to go. We're going to have to go through it all over again. Y'all don't believe in modern day slavery? I do. Keep it in history books. That's all I'm saying. Ain't no need of trying to cheat and take it out and trying to paint this. There's a lot of people, white people in this country. I don't know what's wrong. Y'all can murder a society of people 3 days ago. And then 30 days later, it's all cleaned up. The whole society all cleaned up. Never to mention it. Never to say anything about it. Make it seem like a beautiful place. Then somebody said, what? Well, didn't you massacre a whole society here? We're not going to talk about that. But why not? It's part of your history. We're not that bad. Yeah, but it's a part of history. We don't want to talk about that. And if you talk about it, there's going to be a price to pay. What? It's like you're telling us to lie. A friend taught me this. He said, when you don't tell the truth, when lies are being presented, and you stay silent, you allow the lie to live. You allow the lie to keep proceeding. You allow the lie to keep lingering. You allow the lie to grow legs and walk. Then fly. And then you're going to try to catch it from the ground. No, we got to stop lies when lies start. I'm moving right along.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time. Again, these are pre-existing laws that are already on the books. They have not been enforced, which is part of the reason for this federalizing of the National Guard to bring in this assistance for law enforcement. While we are targeting criminals and trying to remove criminals off of the streets, we also want to make DC safe and beautiful, and that involves removing mentally disturbed individuals in homeless encampments as well.
It just gets worse. Amanda just got done talking about this in the Jubilee episode. When she was, and they showed a little bit of it in the clip. Y'all want to go back and watch it when I just played it, the Jubilee clip. But a black girl was like, you don't have to, it doesn't cost to be homeless. And Amanda said, yes, it do. Yes, it do. You can't even be homeless in America no more. They're making it a crime. Well, here it is. They're trying to make it a crime just to even exist, just to be sitting there in a world that you didn't ask to be born into. Oh, and then you're born into this world. I didn't ask to work. I don't want to. I just want to sit here. You can't even just sit there no more. It says homeless individuals in D.C. will be fined or sent to jail if they don't leave their encampments, go to shelters, or accept addiction and mental health services. I don't know what y'all don't see. Leave people alone. Y'all trying to find any which way to put people into concentration camps so that y'all can run tests on them, kill them, abuse them, do whatever you want to these people. That's what I see. Y'all started with the immigrants. Now the homeless. Who next? LGBT and women who are for abortion rights? Who's next? Black people? People who practice freedom of speech? What is it? Y'all would not leave people alone. Y'all just gotta keep fucking with people. Homeless people are just homeless. That's it. No money, no nothing. I do understand that some of them have addictions. I do understand that some of them have mental health issues. I do understand that part. But if they don't accept, they don't accept. The law still pertains to them too. If you go out here and break a law, jail or prison awaits you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's above it. So if they don't want to accept your service, it's fine. But it's available to those who want it. We can't make nobody take anything around here. And if you don't take, we're going to put you in jail. What's next? Y'all gonna want to, like, you can't do that. Y'all get them a stepping stone. They gonna take the whole mountain. Can't get them no pebbles. Next, they're gonna try to kill homeless people because they're gonna be like, what's the point of you being here? That's not for you to say either. Once again, y'all trying to play God. Y'all trying to play God. Y'all trying to put people in concentration camps by any means necessary. Y'all want people in camps so y'all can control them. Control their freedom. Control what you do to their bodies. No. Oh, man. Whew, y'all. We got 2.5. Where we at? We got 3.5 more years. We have 3.5 more years of this. Probably even more longer, depending on what he do while he in there. Because somebody got to get in and fix it. Like Obama got in there and had to fix it. Took him 8 years to fix it, but he barely fixed it for it up. And here he come. In a few months. He did one term before. Then the pandemic hit. And then now, boom. In a few months, he done came through and just swept through. We're going to be moving right along. Keep shit in the history books. Because stuff like this, when you take it out, we end up in modern day slavery. They locking up homeless people for just being homeless. In this type of economy, with a rent going up, eggs are $10. Gas, $5 a gallon. For a 1-bedroom, $2,000. Car note, $1,000. Minimum wage still $7.25. Minimum wage is still $7.25. And then y'all taking away all the programs that help us when we're down. So that help us get back on our feet. Y'all are taking away all of those programs. So then what? Now what? Oh, we got to be locked up. We got mental health problems because we can't get a job. I'm forever praying for us. It's like they systematically trying to entrap us or something. They try to make it hard for us to even succeed. We're going to be moving right along.
If it's about, but he lied. He's a liar. And that was something that I kind of just grasped. And emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing. But
you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it came to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that shows that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem, and walking with you guys. So I'm not hiding. Right. Mm-hmm.
Was there any type of physical assault?
No, I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
Hit him with anything?
No, I haven't hit him with anything. Not at all. He had headphones that were mine, and I just grabbed them headphones, but not physically. If you would like to ask me, you can ask him, but I don't want anything.
I just want to get your side.
Okay, absolutely. You can ask him whatever you need to ask him. But yeah, you're a coward.
Is it Shikari?
Shakari.
Shakari.
Thank you so much, Shakari.
Hey, Shakari.
But
What's your
yes.
phone number for you?
And like I said, I don't have a problem cooperating because, like I said, it was from relationships up. So that's why I came up
Do you
and everything.
need your boarding pass by chance? Just so I can just take a photo of that? Just to
Absolutely,
document.
yes. And you can contact me whenever you need to. I'm so sorry. If you don't mind, I'm just
No, you're good.
Now my word back that is public. Right here.
Perfect.
This is my boarding pass.
So this is the one that got delayed?
So this is, I want to say my original one, and this one.
That's your new one?
No, this is my original one, and this is the one that got delayed. And then the new one, I think is in my personal one. But you can take a picture, and I'll look for you for the new one if you don't mind me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
I don't think I have it, but they moved my flight to 10 p.m. If you don't mind, I don't think I just physically have it. But you can take a picture. I don't mind at all.
So last day, are you heading back to Florida?
Yes. No. I'm heading to Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, okay. So you can probably find it this way.
Yeah, you can find it
It's
that way.
just to kind of document what's
No,
going on.
please. I would never do this. Hi, how are you doing, sir? I'm good.
Okay.
But I have to put down. I'm so sorry, you're grabbing me right now.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now? What am I under arrest? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't assault him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to argue. Harder. Christian, are you serious right now? Christian.
Washington State, he doesn't get a safe.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we were arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you have me on camera. But at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, shows something different. So if I need to show that, I will. Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian. Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now?
You actually go to jail.
Wait, but right now,
Yes, it's a physical.
I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on camera.
Christian, are you serious right now?
All right.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay.
That's Shakari Richardson. Allegedly, her and her boyfriend got into a little altercation at the airport, and allegedly she assaulted him. That's what I heard the police officers say. And at first she was blaming the boyfriend, saying, so you're going to really arrest me? But the officer said, this is the state that's pressing charges. He doesn't get a say in this. They said they have it on camera, allegedly, that she physically assaulted this person, her boyfriend at the time. And somebody sent me a question, and they said, y'all gonna give Shakari Richardson the treatment y'all gave Chris Brown and all. I went and tried to look the video up, y'all. Now, I didn't really see much. Maybe a little tugging on her end, just a little. Like, when somebody try to walk away and you kind of like block them from walking away or something like that. I saw a little bit of that, but I haven't seen no hitting or no beating. Or maybe it's out there. I don't know. I just ain't seen it. So for the person that sent me this, to him. Those are two different situations. I see if her boyfriend looked anything like Rihanna did when she got beat up by Chris Brown, then yes, she should get the same treatment as Chris Brown. I get what y'all trying to say. A lick is a lick. You know what I'm saying? Because they took her to jail, so they must got some proof of something. I don't know what that is, but they might do got a little proof of something. If they don't, we'll be back over here talking about how Shakari should be. I think I can't get her name right. I don't know, Shakari Richardson, but yeah, she'll be back over talking about how she gonna sue him. But I just think it's, from what I saw, it's like, from what I saw, it just looked like a normal couple when they get into it. They get into an argument. Like, to me, I didn't see no beating or nothing like that going on, like how we saw with Chris Brown. Rihanna came up out there looking like, she didn't look like Rihanna. She looked like she just got her ass beat. So, I don't know. I understand what y'all trying to say though. Ladies, keep your hands to yourself. And I'm going to say that because men are going to jail just for putting, like how Shakari, the video I saw, he's trying to walk away. She's, you know, he's not able to move. And a man even pushed her out the way. You know what I'm saying? Even touched her. He's going to get in trouble. And everybody online going to tear him up. They're going to tear him up for even touching her during the argument. So I get what y'all saying. Like, y'all want us men to keep our hands to ourselves, and if we don't, we are in trouble. Same thing with you ladies. Keep your hands to yourselves. Keep your hands to yourselves. If she did pass a lick and the police saw it, hey. Because if a man did it, hey. But this situation is totally different from Riri's and Chris Brown. It was evident that Chris Brown was going to get in trouble. This one is not. It's kind of shaky. Moving right along.
You guys managing the gay community? We don't.
Would you let him serve? Jesus.
Now that's where it gets sticky for me.
Would you ordain an openly gay man or woman? It's simple, yes or no. I don't want to hear no.
You just want the yes or no?
I just want a yes or no question.
I mean, I have.
Because my church is Jesus' model. Would you ordain somebody that you knew was a practicing robber? He robs. Atlanta is the home invasion capital of the world. Would you ordain somebody and you know that this guy, he runs a robbing group?
So I'll answer your question, but for me, my church is, again, we're more Jesus model.
But this your third time saying your church is the Jesus model. What do you think our church is?
He said, hey, you keep saying your church is the Jesus model, so what you think our church do? I don't know. I'm going to tell y'all how I interpret it. When he said Jesus model, which means he's practicing love all across the board. He's here to spread love all across the board. The rest of y'all don't love everything across the board. Y'all gonna discriminate. Y'all not gonna show love all across the board. Like he just said, y'all ain't ordaining nobody who's of the same sex. That they ain't showing no love. That person choosing to walk out of your church and have sex with whoever they want to have sex with is none of your business. It's not for you to judge. It's not for you to not ordain. That's none of your business. You're choosing to stick your nose in this person's personal business, make your own personal judgment, and apply it to the church. That ain't no Jesus model. Come as you are all. Whether I get it right or not, the doors are open for me to come. That's part of being a child of God. God ain't gonna never turn you away. When man turn you away, God don't turn you away. This is why a lot of y'all are misrepresentation of churches. Y'all turn people away who need help. Whether they gonna get it right or not, they can constantly keep failing and failing and failing. That's why God is there. If you support God, then you support the people. You were called there. You were called there, not to judge no one, but to have the doors open when they need it. When they need some encouragement, not to run people away for you trying to judge somebody on your own personal feelings. So the question is, black pastors open up about whether they ordain an openly gay man or woman in their churches. Someone asked, how do I feel? This is another thing they don't picked up from white folk. Stand in the pulpit and preach their own personal feelings about things. When the Bible right there, word for word, word for word. A lot of stuff that's in the Bible, we may not agree upon. But it doesn't mean that everybody practices everything in the Bible. It doesn't mean that people practice everything in the Bible. If that pastor did, they will live by certain things and die by certain things. They contradict themselves all the time. And then want to get up there and preach it as truth. Example.
Just to clarify, you believe that this is in the Bible. This is laid out in the Bible, that man shall not sleep with man, and so therefore...
Well, it's also repeated throughout the New Testament as well. In the book of Matthew, Jesus reaffirms the biblical standard for marriage.
Okay, so I'm going to make two very, very quick points. So the first, so if we look at the Old Testament in isolation, just to start off with, as an example, so let's look at Exodus 35:2, which suggests that if you work on the Sabbath, you should be put to death. If you look at Leviticus 11:7, it suggests that if you have pork, you should be put to death. Let me finish, I'll be done. If you plant two crops side by side, you should be stoned by your entire village. If you wear a suit, which you are wearing now, that contains two different fibers intertwined into the same jacket, you should be burnt at the stake by your own mother. Now, following that rationale, in Leviticus 18:22, when it states that man shall not sleep with man, why aren't we burning ourselves at the stake as well? Why aren't we stoning ourselves to death?
I'll wait. The same pastors that was sitting up there talking all that nonsense. Just like he said in the Bible, if you wear two of the different, two fabrics that are different, that are entwined together, you're supposed to be stoned to death by your mom. So they all sit up there with suits on every Sunday. Why aren't they stoned to death? Since they living by the word so much. Why are you even ordained to be up there in the pulpit? It's stuff like this that proves that these people and their opinions do not matter. They so selective with what they want to put out, what they want to project on other people. It's not fair. It's not fair to everyone. This is why I stopped going to church a long time ago. Not because of what they talking about, but because I would leave church and go do my own research and find out that these people, a lot of people were lying. And they're up there in the pulpit projecting their own narratives onto us, their own beliefs of how they interpreted it, the Bible. Like most pastors would not interpret, oh, he didn't mean that we should be stoned by our mothers, but it's right there in the Bible. So what did it mean? Why aren't you stoned to death? Why do you continuously wear the suits? Why are you ordained and you breaking the word of God? But you won't even ordain somebody who choose to go outside the door and do whatever they want to do with their body that God has given them. You won't ordain them to work in the church. You know, to be a minister. You want to allow them. You want to marry them. They're not allowed in your church to be in the pulpit. Y'all run so many people away from the church. The people that need some help. Y'all want to run them away. Y'all want to run them away. Y'all, black pastors, black pastors especially, Do better. Y'all are judging people. And most of y'all ain't even got to say it. Your actions show that you are judging people. And you are very selective with those scriptures. You weaponize those scriptures. Y'all are weaponizing scriptures to hurt people, to deny them access when the temple you built is for God and God's people. So anybody that show up, nope, y'all weaponizing that Bible though. What y'all gonna allow in that building, what you're not gonna allow in the building. Anybody that come to y'all church, God knew they was coming before they even came. God do not need your help keeping people out of the church. He needs your help bringing people to the church. You're not even bringing people to church. He needs your help to encourage those humans that fall short, that get discouraged in this life. They have somewhere to go where somebody that God is speaking through can reassure them that you can make it. You may have fell short today, but you can make it. I'm encouraging you. Whatever life you see for yourself that's better, you can make it. You can make it. That's what they're there for. That's what they're there for. That's what they're there for. Instead, they're telling you you don't belong here. No, I do not accept you here. It's like, dang, I'm not accepted in the world. I'm not wanted in the world. And I come into this place, this small place, just to feel like I'm a part of. We all come from God. So it would be nice to just feel like how y'all display it on the TV, how your arms are out and welcoming people when they come through the door. Do you know, that would just feel so good, man. That just feels so good. Out here in the world going through so much stuff, and you know you could just go to church and they wait and they praying. They praying, they got they arms wide open for you, ready to welcome you and love on you. Because the world is so harsh. Do y'all not realize that a lot of churches promote God and love? These are some of the only places where God and love exist. People come there to feel that. And God got people in place that are waiting on you. That's why I said God don't need no help. He gonna send who he need over there. When they come through the door, you need to be ready. You need to be clean. And you need to be ready. Even if you're not clean, you need to be ready to welcome these people. Ready to encourage these people. Ready to pray on these people. Ready to let these people know you're going to make it. Even if you keep falling short. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. Not worried about who they're sleeping with. That's none of your business. That's just like a prostitute come to your church. You're not going to let her come because she keeps prostituting? You're going to discourage her? No. We're going to work on you, baby, and keep working and praying and working and praying, because God can change anyone. God can heal anyone. And you do it and you show them what God can do for them. You show them. Instead of looking down upon people, putting your worldly opinions on people. You don't know why God sent them to your church. That's why the church is set up. You don't know why. I just need for you to be up in there prayed up and ready to receive these people. You know the world is outside that door. You don't know what's going to walk up in here. But y'all weaponizing the Bible. Y'all are weaponized it for your own gain. It ain't for God gain. It's not for the kingdom, the people. It's for your own personal views. A lot of pastors sit in the pulpit feeling entitled. A lot of you pastors out there need to do better. There are people that want to come and actually feel that love that God has instilled inside of a lot of y'all to go out here and show the world that is real. Show the world that you could fall short, come back and get it and continue to get it right. Continue to get it right. Continue to get it right. Whitney Houston was one of those people. Whitney Houston was one of those people. She fell short, but she kept trying to get it right, get it right, get it right, get it right. Imagine if they said, we don't accept drug users. Stuff like that turn people away, turn them to the darkness, the shadows. And they lose themselves to the world. And a lot of pastors don't realize that you are a part of that. Yes, you are. That's why your job is so big. That's why your job is so important. That's why when you take this seat, when you take that seat in that pulpit, you are standing before people who are looking to be encouraged, who are looking to be helped, who are looking for that love that extends from God through you. They want to feel that, because outside in their world, they don't feel anything. They come into the church to get their cup filled because their cup is almost empty or it's empty. This is why we have a lot of broken people out here, because y'all ain't healing nobody. Don't even want to heal them. Just want they tithe and offering. I just want your tithe and offering. I just want your time. Pastors, especially black pastors, do better. There are people out here that need help, that need encouragement, that need that love to remind them you're going to live another day to fight another day for your peace. You're going to live another day to fight another day for your well-being, for the better part of you. We're going to move on. We've come to the last question of today. Yes, question of the day. I'm talking to my homeboy, and I just don't get it. He'll take a broke girl on trips, feed her, spoil her, but the woman who got her own, he wants to do the bare minimum for her. Make it make sense. Like, I do not get that. I get it. Maybe because I'm the dude in this. Not the dude, but I get it because I'm a dude. The woman that got her own, her cat ain't good. Her cat is not good. And it's like that for a lot of women. Just saying. Just saying. That's why a lot of y'all can't keep no man, because your cat ain't even good. Nobody wants to keep, you know what I'm saying? You got all the qualities to brag about. You got yourself together, you got your own car, got your own house, your credit good, you can go on your trust money. All that's good. But that cat ain't good. Now the girl out there who ain't got much going for herself, got a little personality, her cat good. So, yeah, for a lot of men, they work, they come home, they can do for themselves. But when it comes to pleasing them as men, that's how they really come up off that pocket for a lot of men. Oh, yeah. You got good cat? Hey, I'm finna take you on a trip. Where you want to go? Sure, we finna go have a good time. Shit, you want an outfit? Shit, you want a little money in your pocket? These are things that men do to get a little piece of your time, because you got a good cat. They're hard to find. You can get it from anywhere, but it's hard to find somebody with some good cat. Most of the ratchet ones, you know what I'm saying, they got it, and they gonna put it on you. A lot of men like that too. They ain't gotta, most of the women with their stuff together, you gotta woo them and do all this extra shit, and then when you finally get it, it ain't even good. But you think that I'm supposed to do all this shit for you just because you got your own shit. I got my own shit too. I can't speak for women and their experience with men. So, but I'm like, so y'all gonna be like, well, but men, this wasn't about the ladies. This was about the men. So I'm speaking for men. The reason why she's getting taken on trips and stuff is because she done snatched my nut out how it needs to be snatched. She put a smile on my face. I want a little bit more of her time. Especially if they ain't charging me. All I got to do is look, the favors, the extra favors. Hell yeah, let's go on a trip. Let me buy you a bag. Let me buy you a shoe. Let me get your nails done. Let me get your hair done or something. Because the girl over here with all her shit together, her head already through the roof, her head already big. She finna make me do all this extra stuff, and it ain't gonna even be good like that. But her mouth big like that, her ego big like that, but that cat ain't even hitting. Cat can't keep not one man. They don't want it. The ones that make her feel like her cat is the ones who ain't getting it like that. Or there's men out there that don't even want to be getting it like that. They just want to feel it, touch it. That little bit right there is enough for them. They going to fill your head up. Fill your head up. But for the ones that do for themselves, take care of themselves, and know the difference, hell yes, you can get a trip. Now, if you had all your shit together and you had a good cat, you'll understand. You'll understand because you already know. I got everything. With the ones that know, they can go in there and snatch that water up. Mm-hmm. See, you ain't got no good cat, but you got your own money, you can afford your own trip. You ain't got no good cat, but you got your own money, you can afford your own house. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no good cat, but you got your own money. Hey, we can go 50-50. Because you ain't taking no load off on me. I'm taking a load off of you. Hello. And that's not for the woman with the good cat. That's for the independent woman. You're not taking a load off of me. Me paying for those trips and buying those bags and all that, that's something that you didn't have to buy. But you get to experience. I'm taking a load off of you. But I don't get to experience you. I'm already experienced myself. I already got my own shit, my own car, my own house, my own money, my own everything. But I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? You got the goods or you don't got the goods. So, I'm just saying. But that's what it all boils down to. That's why y'all don't understand what's going on. That's what's really going on. The girl that's going on the trips and all that stuff, she put a big old smile on his face. She taking a load off. So guess what? He finna take a load off her too. Shit, you took a load on me, baby. Sure, we want you there. Sure, ain't gotta worry about that. I got that. Shit, you wanna go on a trip? Shit, you ain't gotta worry about that. I got it too. You want a little outfit, you know what I'm saying? You want a little money to go in your pocket. Sure, you took a little load off me. I a long week. Baby, not no independent woman that come in there feeling entitled. Cat ain't even good. Give me all that lip, all that. And you ain't took no load off. Not saying that the woman with the good cat might ain't got a little mouth, but bitch, she taking a load off so big. Damn. Show. That's a payment too. Payment. I let it slide. Cause you got good pussy. Shoot, so you got good pussy shit. I let her have it. Like, go buy a gift and come back in to let her on that night smash. Shit. Take a load off you. Take a load off me. Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all want to receive all the benefits from a nigga, but don't put out nothing. Y'all better start taking a load out. You know what I'm saying? That's why the one that ain't got herself together, she know. She know she gonna take a load off him. If I can take a load off, shoot. And we already know it's me and hell, yo, shoot. Them little extra favors that make her want to take the load off. She ain't got to worry about too much. Now, I'm going to take care of that. Because you took care of me. But shit, what I know? Don't listen to me. I just be over here talking shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, no right, no wrong. Just a little opinion. All right, y'all. We've come to the end of the show. I would like to thank each and every last one of you for tuning in today. Everything that you heard here are allegations brought to you through the media for observation, opinion, deep discussion, laughs, and giggles. If you haven't already, follow me on all social media platforms. TikTok is at King Quay, that's KVNG.QUAY. Instagram is the.jq.show. And Facebook is Jaquavius Martin. Thank you all for tuning in today, and I will see you all later.